Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah. Uh,
I love lag.
Mundo, you here?
Oh fuck.
Oh boy. To be honest, throughout the whole year, that I've been
This
here,
one.
I would have never ever thought that Mundo and Lions would be in the same place that have the possibility of talking to each other, ever.
The thing is, I don't really know who he is, only because of you.
Ah.
Like, yeah, I really don't know who this guy is, to be honest with you.
Well, Mundo, if you want to say anything, I guess, now you said you wanted to speak on your behalf, I can give you the floor.
Don't watch universe modes, you know, with Brock Lesnar, John Cena. I just think it's a waste of time when I could just do it myself. They give us a game with universe mode. I feel like I could just do it without streaming it for my own entertainment, then watch somebody else fuck it all up. Those DIY feds, you know, do it yourself. You don't have to have a stream to show people what you do in universe mode. You can just do it all by yourself. That's the price of admission on the game, you know, $60.
Well,
like all calls, like, you know, having calls on your fed brings a little bit more flavor. You know, it's not like a replay of Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. Also, saying that you trademark logos that's not exactly your own is one thing as well. Yeah, I created SmackDown Live and Raw. No, last time I checked, I think the WWE did that. I don't know where that came from, but this is your leader, guys.
well, I mean, for me, sure, a lot of for my show, as an example, like, yeah, a lot of the calls, like, I mean, they're calls, but it's like they're not owned by anyone, and that's why for people who want another season, I'm going to branch out and actually sign people, you know, like Joey Gallagher and all of that, and...
I'm over here.
I have a question for everyone in this Discord. Alright, so what are the brand names for COH and CWA?
Well,
COH on a band, Rage Pro and Emerge.
no, he said for COH.
Okay, so what is the brand names for NSW?
Raw, SmackDown, NXT, 205 Live, and that's all I got.
Pretty much a copy and paste of whatever WWE is doing, right?
Pretty much.
Need to produce that show. I could do that tomorrow. Minutes. I mean, all the logos are in the game, right?
True, true.
And these guys don't play online, do they?
It's not hard, is it? I mean, seriously, it's not hard to load up a universe mode and play that. And I mean, I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not here, as I said before this thing started. I'm not here to scream. I'm not here to shout. I'm not here to say shit. But the thing is, back when, hold on, give me a minute. Back 3 years, yeah, I found this fun. But now looking back, I'm ashamed that this is where I come from.
Yeah.
I mean, I
wouldn't call it a start. I'd call
me
it
for years,
universe.
Lion.
I wouldn't.
Thanks.
I wouldn't say that for in my case. Like, I don't have anything bad to say about NSW and any of them individually. But like, you know, almost 2 years
What
ago.
are you, 12? You can't come up with fucking your show names other than Raw, SmackDown, NXT? What is it?
For me, about 2 years ago, if I didn't find NSW, I would not have been where I'm at now. Like, I would have never been in LOP, I would have never been in COH, CWI, I wouldn't been on any of these things. So, like, NSW will have a place in my heart because it's the first place I went to. I've had some special moments in it, you know, and because of them, I've managed to find all these other places.
SmackDown Live comes on at 30 minutes. I'm just here waiting for anybody to respond. Why I'm waiting for the real SmackDown Live to come on, not their bullshit.
Science,
Sugar-coated
even
brand.
explain why you've been ignoring me for months. I want that explained.
Oh boy.
You Silva? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, Kevin Silver, you know me, Jay said multiple
Hey,
times.
okay, Jay, calm down.
Let me explain it to you and sum it up in just a sentence or two. You talk to Quackbar, and Quackbar threatens the DDoS people and docs.
Exposed, Quackbar.
Your logs were submitted.
I
Because-
will advocate at the time. Yes, he did, but those type
So
of
if you
people,
wasn't a snake, maybe you'd be allowed in other feds.
Well,
that-
I will advocate for Jay. Like at the time, yes, he did talk to him. He knew them and all that. And Jay has said, you know, he regrets that stuff. Like now, those type of
Have you
people
seen
in the
those logs, right?
And hold on,
those type of
and
people.
Also, I can add on to this as well. I can add on to this because I was in the same situation. I got fired by COH for the exact same thing, Carnage. So I'll tell you what I did. I left the group. I kept my nose clean and look, I'm back.
Calm.
I left the group as well. I left when you left. I left
Chatty,
Lewis because
yeah,
Lewis
but you
was
didn't though,
told
did
by
you?
how-
Calm.
but I clearly did.
All I'm saying is, when it comes up to Jay, like Jay now, he wants to have like a restart, right, with these places.
I'm gonna break this down, Crazy J. Here's the reason why this all happened. Is because he chatted shit bound in those chat logs to Quackbar. That's why. Fed that you want to join. That's that's just plain and simple. Or you want to stay. You talk shit, you get fired. This is the way it is. You talk shit about me, you talk shit about my members, and you talk shit about how we run the show, then you don't deserve to be on the show. Then we're gonna make you find another Fed. It's plain and simple.
Several times. I've got no problems with you to anybody.
Chat log, bro. You're coming off fake. That's just me being real.
At the time,
You know it.
yes, that all that stuff happened. But like I was gonna say, Jay, I will advocate for the point that Jay has been wanting to get in these things because you know he feels bad. He wants to restart with all these people.
But here's the thing though. Here's the thing, and Carnage, it's what I said to you today. Separate yourself from the AIDS, and there you go.
Don't say it. But like the point is, like even if he does
Mr.
it,
Carter,
he just.
where are you at on this NSW stuff though? Like,
it-
where's your opinion on this though?
And that's
What they're doing to Crazy.
I have no advocate to it. They do what they do. I don't control them.
That's fine. But what if they did that to you? Leave because
Tell them something.
what if you wanted to leave because they offended you, and they said fuck you, we're gonna make you no way Jose Silva,
That'd be take that gimmick if you see what I'm doing. At the
or
minute.
maybe they make you PJ Moon or PJ Moon Silva. How would you feel about that?
Jamie Moon's a great talent.
COH. How would you feel if COH continued to use Kevin Silva and made you come down in a dress? Like, wouldn't that be disrespectful, right? I mean, it would be funny to a lot of people, but
I would laugh at them. I wouldn't go.
respectful, right? It's the wrong thing to do here.
I mean, why the fuck do you think I can go
And that's why we're doing this podcast. This podcast ain't about you, Silva. All right? I'm
Just
I'm
about
going to point
the
this out. It's not about
situation as
you.
a whole.
You made it about you. And as a person, that's fucked up. Like, we're talking about what happened to Crazy J. Now what happened to Silva. Because the difference between you and Crazy J is that you started the drama and Crazy J did not.
Well, I wouldn't say Carnage started the drama, but I don't know.
When I called him up to the COH roster if I didn't trust him and if I didn't like him, and then he wanted to talk shit to me via in somebody else's chat logs. So that's what happened, Crazy J.
Yeah. Well,
You personally know that you would never do something like that to anyone because you're not that type of person.
I don't like to
And
be
you
that
can't-
type of person.
So why would you defend somebody who would do that?
No,
Like, that's confirmed. I think even Silva can admit to that at this point.
I'm not saying defend. I'm just saying, like, at this point, I understand that's what happened and all that. I'm just telling you from what Jay has said. You know, he's not denying that stuff happened, right? And this day he does regret it. And the thing is, he wants to start over with a lot of these people and all that. Not because, you know, he just wants to get in CWA and all that. He wants to restart, but
don't expect me to trust you day one, bro. That doesn't happen in over time. I have a lot of members. I have a lot of people that I need to talk to.
Just to end it off when it comes up to the J Money thing, just to end it off with that. He wants to start over, but, you know, people wouldn't give him the chance. That's all. I'm not telling people
because you saw Lions here, you didn't jump in while Crazy J was doing it, but you jump in when you saw me here was a bit disrespectful to Crazy J. Thus, I think you owe him
when I heard. I wasn't even in the stream at all when Crazy J was. I didn't know he was streaming until Mundo told me.
I've been streaming since NSW did their show, like starting their show.
Am I going to hear anything?
Oh.
That alone just makes you look bad on stream there. So
Mundo, are you on Skype as well by any chance? Because that might be a problem.
Well, we ended off with the J thing, but let's just come back to Danny6 has said, hey, it is called not watching or paying attention to the show. We made a rule that stated that if you choose to leave, we can continue to use your call. If you leave, you are more than likely not going to watch, so why be so bothered about it? That, to some degree, I can understand.
Hello?
Yes.
Changing his gimmick is one thing, though, right? Are you Crazy J, No Way Jose character?
The No Way Jane thing, when it comes up to that, it's Crazy J, but the No Way Jane thing, I blame myself for, because they asked me about gimmick change, but at the time, I didn't watch NXT for a long time. I didn't know who No Way Jose was, and I found out the hard way. I regret the decision.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you, Mundo.
Can I just say, right, I've been listening to everything the last 10 minutes. Lions, what the fuck are you going on about?
Uh-oh. I'm going on about how stupid your show is.
Right? What the fuck has it got to do with you?
One of my friends are being screwed over by you, and you won't let this
fucking
call
shut
go.
it, right? Don't have a fucking go at my show, right? When we've done fuck all to you, just because you take all the fucking rejects who come from us lot. So don't fucking start.
Rejects? Are you calling your people rejects?
I mean,
yeah, no.
Well, you haven't.
Rejects.
Mundo, you haven't done anything major to COH, but I'm not gonna hide anything. Like I told you, I'm real. I'll call it out as it is. You haven't done anything major to COH, but the thing is, all the things you've said about them behind their back, I will call out on.
You can talk. You can talk, Crazy J, because you know what it is. The amount of people you've talked behind their backs. But yet you still go and fucking lick their ass.
People that have gone beef with me. Yes, I'll talk about them, but I don't talk about random things for
You talk shit about everyone in this call, so don't you start.
No.
I have
no. I have not talked shit to Star. I barely know Oxley, so I can't talk shit about. I can't talk shit to Lions. Because I don't know him too much to the point where I have a reason to.
I know Crazy J and how nice he is. He's never insulted any other kids.
Untouchable.
And what about the day when Lions was gone for a long time, right? And no one knew about. But when it came back, I knew how you guys felt about Lions. But even when I told you when he was gone and people that didn't know about him, it was kind of getting scary. You even said yourself. You said I hope everything's okay with Lions. But when the day he came back and I mentioned it, everyone said I'm sucking Lions' dick and that he's not my friend, when he is.
Do you know what the thing is, right? The thing is with you, Jay, is you've got no loyalty.
I do.
Loyalty.
If I didn't have loyalty, I would.
Stop. Hold on. They rejects because you took in all of our rejects and the thing about the rule that everybody's so crying about, because it's got nothing to do with them, is the reason is we are not what you do, Lions. We do something completely different. And that is we do edited shows.
Brain numbing that a 12-year-old can do what you're doing. I understand.
Lions, the thing
All
is,
SmackDown, NXT, yeah, it's done
we
many
want
times
to
before.
do. That's what we want to do. We don't. But the thing is, Lions, we don't come on and start shouting our head off like you do on your commentary, so people can actually listen
Right
to
now.
it and get some of the jokes.
That's called being a great commentator, something you know nothing
it gives
about
things.
because you sound like the
It
British
gives
version
moments
of Winnie
energy
the
and
Pooh.
like you know.
British version of Winnie the Pooh, is that the best you've got?
You're just making fun of yourself. So why should I make fun of you?
We do this for a laugh. Of course, we take the piss out of ourselves. No,
But
we're not
people
trying to be some
believe-
super duper fucking E-fed, you know, here, Lions, like COH is.
If you don't want to be good, why do you stream? Why do you want the clarification of viewership? If you don't want
Do
to
it
be
for a
good,
laugh.
that's
People
what
want
you
to-
do.
People want to get away from having a shit day. They come and watch us because we take the piss.
To giving them more of a reason to have a shit day instead of making it better. Like a guy like Crazy Jay who's had your back and now you shit all over him for no reason.
Do you know the reason why what happened last night?
But you screwed him over? Yeah, we know.
The question is, do you know the reason?
Here's the reason here. You
Yes,
just lied about
I do, because apparently you
Shut up,
accused
Thomas.
him. No.
You have no logs, and you said Crazy Jay is
I'm
talking
answering
shit
your
behind
question.
people's backs, but you have no logs. You lied here without no proof.
I lied.
Show us the
How
proof.
the fuck, right? How the fuck do you know I lied?
Proof. You're not going into context.
Because
Not making
I
any sense.
run
You're
a
just
bot on
yelling
my
like the
channel.
British version of Winnie the Pooh.
You're talking. Honestly,
Some
how
money
does
for you
anyone
if you
take
need
you
it.
serious? Take you serious?
Come back to
Beginning
me.
and you're not.
At least I can have a conversation by going, "You're the British Winnie the Pooh, you."
You're doing nothing but shouting on microphone. I don't think that's having a conversation.
Because I've listened to you talk
Okay.
shit about us for 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, but
Fun?
you guys have also talked shit on COH for the past year.
Yeah, talking about fake as
You know
fuck
what it
like
is?
you.
Crazy Jay.
My back, and I hear it from the people who used to be
And
in your
I'm
bed
not-
and the people who are in
I'm
your
not
bed
saying
now.
that because I'm in COH. I'm saying that because that's true.
Yeah, you do it on stream,
You don't know
and
you.
then they clip it to
Crazy
me.
Jay, you would backstab anyone as much as you can. and
No,
you've shown
I
it to me.
wouldn't. Because I'm not that type of person.
Now,
Sorry,
do
that's
we?
where I draw the line. If
Oh,
Crazy
Thomas,
Jay
shut
was
up, man. I don't
No,
care about you. Fuck
fucking-
off.
Crazy Jay backstabbed everyone, then why?
Back to you.
You won't let
CJ
Mundo,
hasn't
you won't let
backstabbed
Star
anyone.
talk because
You're the
Star went
guys-
through the same thing I did. He's one of the people that used to be in it and left because of reasons.
And I'm
Seen
ashamed
others.
that I was there.
Let's get this straight first off, right? Thomas Starr had multiple chances in NSW, but yet him and
I
Haldo.
turned them all down.
Wait a minute, is he still in NSW?
Because he was in
And
it.
do I regret that? No.
You're a fucking fat as fuck cunt. Honestly,
Is that
you
it?
deserve to
Is
die.
that it? Is that it?
This is your leader in
Is that it?
SW.
Is that it?
Right, that's
Is
it.
that it?
Yes.
Is it? Is it? Is it? Oh, I was
Oh,
expecting
what?
more, man.
You have no loyalty.
To NSW, where we're gonna bully all of the kids who watch our show.
I'm
Oh,
sorry,
Ryan.
it's comical.
I'm sorry.
It's comical.
You know what
It
it
is
is?
comical.
The only comical thing here is the way yous are going on.
It's comical that a 40-year-old
W,
man
bro.
is
I think
getting
you should,
pissy at a
I don't
17-year-old.
think that'd be in your ballpark, man. I think you should go play Minecraft because you seems like you'd be better at that.
You're the fucking guy. You're the fucking guy that's got the long hair who thinks he's fucking mad, right? That has got no idea.
What you should call me is the greatest of all time because I don't have to speak for me.
Swear to
Other
God,
people speak
if you
for
were the
me.
greatest of all time, you'd be getting more than 20 people in your channel, mate.
Dude, I get more
Have
than
you
that.
have you watched our
Check out
pay-per-views?
Friday. Check out Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Sorry, you might
On a
get,
Friday night. What are you
you
doing?
might get 30 in once in a while.
What's your current viewership? 14?
Loyalty, loyalty,
Don't
loyalty.
care.
Dude.
We don't care about. We don't have a little group session and go. Oh, have you seen what rule these have made? Oh, let's all gang up on them.
We don't know. We don't.
I don't care about
Crazy
you.
Jay,
I'm
actually.
important.
Why are you exposing yourself on his own
So I
podcast?
tell you why you don't care what I've got to say, because you know that I'm right. I would do the exact same thing that Jaden has gone through. and I'm
It's
for it.
fire. It's
Just
You
like,
did it yourself.
like if Carnage was here, he'd stick up for you. Because we all know everyone in NSW is so far up your ass.
Jesus Christ, guys.
Boys,
You can't say that.
Oh
I
my
would
god.
say that. I don't even
Oh
think they
my
like him,
God.
to be honest.
Oh my god.
like this. I'll tell you why Thomas is like
Oh
this.
my
It's
god.
because we never let him in our Skype calls.
No, actually, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's
Thomas,
not.
and you know
It really isn't.
Oh.
It really isn't.
yourself.
It really isn't.
I don't think anybody wants to be in your Skype calls. Just listen to your voice.
I'm sorry.
Listen,
Who
oh,
wants
sorry.
to
Sorry there,
be
Lions, I do
in the
apologise.
same
It's a wonder you're not
Who
shouting.
wants to
because you
be
shout all the time.
in the same Skype call
No.
as someone?
Oh, you've got one?
I can't be asked anymore.
Well,
Okay.
Lions, if you think you're so fucking high and mighty, you want to war, you're gonna get one.
My job is done. You're more triggered than anyone
Let's just
here now.
let's all look
Can I
at
tell you one thing?
The
Sooner or
improved
later,
style.
you're gonna be triggered.
You can make Jaden No Way Jose all you want.
improved Thomas Star.
No, wait, let me
Mad
think.
that you're the Winnie the Pooh of the Fed.
We need well, I see what COH is going to be after we finish with us.
Ooh.
What are you gonna do? Is this a threat?
Threat, aye?
What are you planning on doing?
Hold on, guys.
Something.
With the mighty Lions, what's he going to do? Oh, if we make No Way Jaden, he's going to get taken off Twitch. Oh, I'm scared.
Again, you have
can't
no
use somebody,
rights.
and you can't deframe them without having them.
Because no
sign
way
off on it.
Jaden is a face turned
Well,
Crazy
are you
J.
talking
He's the
about
same
service,
person
actually?
as Crazy J.
You're listening to what you're saying. A character. What? If we make someone up, we can use anyone we like.
Nobody's gonna watch
But the
anyway.
thing is, no way
Nobody
Jaden
cares.
would have never been a thing if I didn't agree to it.
The whole Lions thing, we're not making COH because COH is the fucking kingpin, aren't they?
No one, they never said they were.
Is compared to
That's
you.
the thing. They never
What
said
do
they
you-
were king
what do you
shit.
do?
You have said that.
Edit. You don't do any of that shit.
We do.
You just ban the matches each week.
Watch the show this
No.
week. There's a lot of editing that went in.
Mm-hmm.
Are we switching back between Xbox again, are we? Between Xbox 360 and Xbox One?
Jacob Reed. Jacob Reed has entered the
Oh
podcast.
my god, Jacob.
Oh,
This is
you're talking about,
this is Jacob Reed's podcast now, baby. Oh yeah.
matches in 2K15. Sorry you don't
Jacob
have any
Reed.
women in your match. You probably
I
sexual
have a-
you
I
harassed them
have a
if you did.
question.
I can't hear what Lines are saying. I'm sorry.
We already know you're not
I
good
am
with the
Jacob
women.
Reed.
Have a woman.
Was that Lines?
Fucking
With the women do have a women's division,
Yeah,
so I can
totally.
see why you're criticizing me for going back to
Don't have a women's
2K14
division.
because we actually had women in a women's roster.
Okay then, our highest rated show was Total Divas.
Well, right now
Which
you're
is
acting
also
like one,
live
so-
on the EE network.
rated show.
Was
This
the highest rated
podcast
show?
with you making fun of yourself.
Oh,
You're
Yeah,
so
because
fucking
that's what
ass.
we do. What bit do you not understand?
dude, it's cold as fuck.
To have fun.
Can barely understand what you're saying because your Winnie the Pooh accent from a British cartoon show is not really
Honestly,
helping me out here.
You know what it is? You're an absolute child.
You call me an absolute child. You want to keep Crazy J for no reason on your show because you're mad. Wait, this. You're not, and no adults sound like that. Let's just be honest. Your voice, no
Jacob,
adults sound like
stop.
that.
Jacob.
Is this the best you've got? You can't have a decent conversation. You've got to come to little insults, do you?
Calling Baron fat earlier.
Oh,
What a hypocrite.
Well, it's
It's
got
like the
nothing to
pot
do with it.
calling the kettle black. It's called getting on your level.
Hey,
Have to
I'm
get on
fat,
your
I don't
level
like
just
it.
to have a conversation.
You know what it is? Is this the best you can come up with?
That's the best you can come up with. Oh,
And hold on. Like I said earlier in the stream before, everyone was getting in
Like
here.
the last time?
That's
Everyone
funny.
has the
Why do
same
you find
thing.
that people? Do you know what it
The
is?
trademark to the Raw logo, the SmackDown logo, and the NXT logo. What a complete.
Headstrong, I'll take you on.
Like, how-
Headstrong. This is Jacob Reed's
Jacob,
podcast.
stop.
By the way, I heard WWE has those trademarks.
Lions, by the way, in your own Facebook group, you know when you disappeared for 7 months and nobody gave a shit about you that they started their own company?
I did.
That's how much your lot knew about you.
A lot of people gave a shit. They didn't know
They're
what was
tabs
happening.
with me, man. It's called a break. It
Correction.
wasn't 7 months. It was 7
Correction.
weeks. It was 7 weeks.
Correction. Hi, I'm Tone.
A-ball.
It wasn't that he was gone for his 7 weeks, and I started something for fun. It was not meant to be serious.
And Crazy J even said it in our Skype chat. He went, "It's a shame nobody cared about Lions when he was away, apart from I did. I was making
No,
posts."
I never said that. No. I said it's a shame that none of you guys didn't.
Have to do with him.
And then,
He said we cared.
what happened?
Yeah, you guys cared when he was gone and you wished the best, but when he came back, people like the thing with Lewis Marshall, the follow I had with Lewis Marshall saying that I was sucking his dick and all that, and then you're going,
thinks
and
7 months
that
is
was also
7
the
weeks.
same day I was
Let's
in a
just be honest.
screaming argument with you, and my mom got involved too.
Let's get this straight. I said to you, don't listen to him, and you continue to bite to him.
Don't listen to. I barely talk
Yes
to
or no?
Lions. What is there to not listen to? I was caring that he was gone. I was happy when he came back as a friend, but you're saying that Lions isn't my friend. If he's not my friend, I would have not been where I've at. I would have not had the opportunity. I wouldn't be talking to him sometimes. He wouldn't say the things like, "Oh, Crazy J is one of the nicest people." I am friends with
at least
Lions.
I never try to put somebody against you and say, "Hey, he's not really your friend." Never said that about you. Didn't even know who you were, to be honest.
We don't even care. We don't even care about COH, but yet you
Right,
keep
so
bringing this up.
Why
all
are you
the
here
time.
then? Don't care. You're mad.
I just wish you would fuck off and leave us alone.
They
The one who's
have.
here? The one who's
Well, here's the
Yeah.
bigger question. So I don't even know what's going on. So
got a big
so
Winnie the
from
Pooh
what I
yelling
understand,
at us right
from
now.
what I understand, Lions. From what I understand, what I understand is that Crazy J left NSW,
Yep.
and then there was blowback because there's a rule that you made that you all made previously that hey, we're going to use your call.
I didn't
We
leave
made
because of the rule. It was because of
No.
trust issues.
I know you didn't leave because of that. I know it doesn't, but I understand that there was a rule and there were people that disagreed with it. On Twitter, from what I
Because it was like
understand,
obligatorious.
you had a lot of people that disagreed. From what I understand, disagreed with the rule and with the use of their call if they weren't in the company.
Someone who's actually talking like properly is that. See, now this guy I could talk to. Some sense.
Oh boy.
Not like you're listening though, because you're not really saying anything with what he's just said.
Oh boy.
And if
Just
you
finish
listen to what
lying,
he said,
Lions, why are you causing shit all the time?
causing shit. I'm just saying that maybe you should let your members go when they leave instead of beating a dead
what
horse.
has Lions caused recently?
Lions is right. Come on, we all know that this is. Listen to his opinions now.
People that like WWE 2K17. Again, that's about it.
So explain, why did your AJ Storm come after us for no apparent reason?
Because you guys are in the
That was from what I understand on that front. That was all him. So if you have a problem with him, you can bring it up with
you
him.
make
Because
stupid decisions, you're gonna get a blowback. That's just what happens. Welcome to Twitch TV.
Oh yeah,
Why-
If you can
AJ likes
handle
being
it,
a dick to everybody.
hang up
Like
your
he'll
boots.
tell you himself. Like even his closest friends,
Lions,
he'll be a
Lions.
dick.
yeah, he'll tell everybody if you have a problem with him.
He'll
Question,
express it.
right? Lions, answer this question. Don't be a dick about it. Just answer the question.
Okay.
What's it got to do with you? What happened with us last night?
Because I run a E-Fed and I think it's wrong what you're doing to Crazy J. Is that enough for you?
You think it's wrong? That's fine. I respect that. But at the end of the day, whose decision is it?
It's yours, but I have an opinion.
NSW.
Why can't I
Never
share
could.
my opinion
Good
about
wrestling.
what you're doing wrong?
Not when your
Jacob.
opinion is causing trouble for everybody.
Fuck you.
You're the guy who came in here screaming people are fat. I don't think I was causing trouble. I think you were.
So here's a question. We want nothing to do with you, but you yet continue to keep coming back at us all the time.
I joined a podcast that happened to be one of my friends' podcasts. And there's nothing wrong with what I'm doing right now.
Back from having a shit, and all I heard was shit on this, because we were actually in Crazy
Sounds like you're
J.
shitting from your mouth, but I think you're not.
More sensible. So you again, that's showing your mental age.
Well, you're calling people fat. I'm not.
Are you still going back to that? Is that all you've got?
Also, when I mentioned about when I left, because for the past year it's just been like when this reoccurring thing about the trust has happened, I was able to put up with it. But like me being at 18, a legal adult, and it really didn't really play into that. But my point is like, I just had enough. Like every single person will say the same thing. If there's a problem that you just had enough of or you just can't handle, just walk away from it. That's the mature thing. But as I did the mature thing and walked away, you kept saying I was running away and crying like a bitch when I did the mature thing and walked away.
That's another thing too, Crazy J. Did I ask to come on your podcast, or did you ask me to come on your podcast?
I said if you wanted to, it was up to him. The point is,
I was asked
the open invitation was there for Lions, and Lions came on. It was his own willing.
He came on and started talking shit about us. We're not going to just sit there and just take it.
And in the last 15 minutes.
To be fair, though, we did give you an open invitation as well.
I'm a big boy. I can take criticism.
He said nothing. They said nothing when I was talking to you, though. They said nothing. They let me handle my own business.
Come on, you even know that. You've got fucking Thomas harping away. You've got the other lot going talk.
It's on stream. You can go back and watch it. You started yelling at Baron, calling him fat.
God, is that all you have?
Chiming in.
Well, it's not all he had. It's a valid point. It's just
it's
pointing out hypocrisy.
People
back crazy. You went crazy on.
And then you pull the false claim saying that I'm a fact that you didn't let me in your Skype calls, which is complete Lions. I'm going to steal this from you, which is complete fake news. So,
oh my God,
I'm sorry, but
no. Do you know what it is? Honestly, Thomas, you talk so much shit, it's unreal.
I'm sorry, but
okay, my bigger question is like I said, I don't watch NSW, but that's just because I don't have time. And from what I understand, I know you all, and I think Bison Cole, whatever you know him as, had some issues in the past. I assume that's why he's not there anymore either. My bigger question is
Surefire used to be there too.
When a guy leaves and the storyline is done, do you use him after the story, or is he done after that?
It would depend.
I would say as an older person, that's been doing this for too long now, way too long. God, too long. 8 years of my life. Anyway, for somebody that's been doing this for a while, I think if the storyline does not call for them to be used anymore, I wouldn't use them. I understand that that's your rule, and it's your role, it's your company. You do whatever you want, whatever makes you happy. But I think if you had a storyline with Crazy J, and I saw Brock Lesnar in one of your tweets, so Brock Lesnar. So if you have a story with Crazy J and Brock Lesnar, and at the end of it, Brock Lesnar beats him up and wins title or whatever, I'm just spitballing. I don't believe there's any need to use him after the fact. I can understand if you would still like to, because at the end, like I've been saying, it's your company. But I do think, with some respect to the guys who own and make the calls, it would be at least nice enough to use them up until their story is over. And then if their story is over, I believe you wouldn't need them anymore.
Can I ask you a question then?
Sure.
Just for instance, like, you were just started the stream on Twitch, right? You didn't know anybody on Twitch. And downloaded like.
You said you were breaking up in the middle of it, so I didn't.
If you download it, a bunch of creations.
Oh, for my thing?
Just randomly.
Normally I would not, but I can understand.
What I'm saying, if you did.
If I did, but with the guys I had in my show, all people I knew.
So that's what I'm saying. When I started, I didn't know anybody. I went on community and just downloaded people. I'm not like lying who if you downloaded them people, wouldn't you keep them in your show?
Well, for me personally, I wouldn't unless I would get the clearance from them to use them. I'm a big proponent of at least asking the person if you can keep them. Because I can understand, like, because we had the same issue. Not we. A friend of mine had the same issue with titles, where he took somebody's titles and didn't give them credit for the person. Sort of, kind of like what. My whole thing is, if you don't have use for them after the story, there's no need to use them if you have other people.
The thing is, he's a part of NSW. Lions does all his stuff with WWE people. He does his own. All of that. Yeah, we don't do that. We are basically a SimFed. Nobody really come into it for us.
So from what I'm gathering, is you all aren't fully like an EFED then. You all are pretty much.
That's correct. Yes.
So that's probably where the opinions of you and Lions differ, because he's been doing an EFED for so long now that he's used to just getting the call, and then once the people leave, not. I can understand.
Right, you're absolutely right.
Your show, I can understand if he's been on your show for 3 seasons. I would think if he left nice enough, I'm sure there was a conversation between you two, and I know Crazy J enough to know that he is respectful in what he does, unless the situation calls for him not to be. I would say. We wouldn't.
We wouldn't. That's not what we do. We keep we never have jobbers on our jobbers.
Which is it's understandable. I get it. But I think with a company like yours, I do believe you have enough people back. I don't know what you do viewers wise, and I don't know how many people you have on your roster. Besides the people who aren't there. I would say I think you have enough people on your roster to supplement dropping a Crazy J, and using and having one of them make another person for you. Which I believe, if you are a SimFed, if you don't use full calls and everything, I would understand. Like 2K18 is a game that comes into question for me for you, because there's 204 people on disc. So I would assume, besides all the big names like a Lesnar and a Cena or whoever else you use, there's 100 other people you could use as well.
And I see where you're coming from. But the point is, we kind of drop him today. We did our last show on Sunday, which he's in the match for. Take him out wouldn't make sense for us because, yes, it may work for Lions for an E-Fed, but for us, we are storyline based and we are building up to our last show.
Yeah, so like,
I can understand if you need him for the last episode. I 100% get it. I understand. But after that last episode, are you still going to need him? Is my question.
Could win the European Championship on Sunday. We've built this up weeks now since he won the #1 contendership. That's the one. If he wins, that means we've now got to make him lose on Sunday, which I don't do. I play AI versus AI.
It'd be smarter to take him out of the match entirely and just end it there.
Lions just doesn't understand.
Oh, injury. Nah, you're just not thinking outside the box. You want to make his life a living hell now because he decided to leave your Fed.
No, it's not that case. If they want to keep me to like the WrestleMania, that I can understand because you got to finish off something. You can't just just bam stop right there. So one minute.
Yeah, but then they don't want you to win the championship too, which is weird.
Well, no,
like,
why
not
a
take
chance
him out
of
of the match? That's what Deadbeat does when somebody gets injured.
Yeah.
You can take him out of the match. You can still injury angle. What's up with that?
Like
why
I
can't
said,
you do that?
I understand what Mundo's doing, and he can do that. I have no problem with that. But it's like, afterwards, winning, losing, it's like eventually at some point, if I win the belt, when I lose the belt, then I leave. It's like at that point, if I'm still in after losing a belt, then that would be a case of there's no reason for me to stay. But if I lose at WrestleMania, I'm not gonna get mad because they have brought me up to the ending of what they've been building up for. And if the use of after that is not there, then there's no reason for me to go, oh, you should be using Crazy J,
that's completely up to you, man. But for me, I used to be a member
understand
too.
where you're coming from, yeah,
It comes off to like a vengeful point. I would have no interest of working for a Fed or being a part of a Fed that just doesn't like me and wants me gone. Austin Aries left because he felt like he wasn't used properly, and they didn't continue to use Austin Aries because he physically wasn't there to be used. And I think that's where it comes down to it. Why use somebody who doesn't want to be there, and why use somebody that you don't want to be there at the same notion? At least give the guy some notice of respect of saying, oh, man, that sucks. I want you to stay. You didn't do that. So therefore, you shouldn't use his call.
But Lions, the thing is, all this is about is you're trying to make an argument where you don't know the facts. Tell us how to run our own company.
Then, what are the facts?
Show you the facts because it was on a bot. He can't show us the facts that he was in the channel.
I mean, I
So
don't picture
tell
proof,
me from
but
your point
I
of view
can't
what
tell
happened.
you why the bot didn't pick up.
But here's the thing, though. Here's what I said. I said yesterday, and Mundo, you can even back me up on this because I said this to you. You don't have to chat, bet, or I don't know, or fucking someone else to be in the stream. And then I said to Danny, I turned around and I went, did you ask him a question about the show? You said no. That's what you automatically should have done.
The thing is, you don't understand. I can see a viewer list of who's in the channel. You don't need to talk to be in the viewer channel. If you are in the channel, you will be seen on the bot.
And you don't need an account to be in the channel as well. Heads on multi-Twitch.
Now, this is where you're wrong, Thomas, because towards the end, when we noticed he wasn't in the stream, he then came in the stream and said, oh, I'm on multi-Twitch, and talked.
Well, from my understanding, you don't need an account to be in the stream.
If he wasn't in the stream, how was he in CWA talking in there?
I would put in a GG. Let me say this. No, hold on. I'll say this. So when I was on multi-Twitch, right, the chats that come up on the right-hand side, they are put out exactly how you laid out the link. So for example, I did multi-Twitch /iZentrix /NSS_1. right? So how that is laid out, because I did it in that order, the left tab would be CWA's chat, the right one would be NSW's. So for me, because I was talking in a party and I was playing Rocket League, and I wasn't really paying attention to like even both shows, like not that much, I would glance over and watch. But the thing is, I turned the chat tab off, so the chat bar wasn't even there. It was just the two streams. But with multi-Twitch recognizing that my account was last seen on the iZentrix Twitch chat bar, it didn't account me for my account of viewing yours. And that's why towards the end I finally turned the chat bar back on. I pressed on the tab that went to yours and I said something, and now that I said something, then the bot finally recognized I was actually there. So I felt like I had to say that because yes, I was there, but what I was doing, I can see why the bot didn't account me for.
I'll tell you now. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I will go onto this multi-Twitch and I will find out if that's the case. If it is the case that has happened, then I will be the bigger man and I will apologize, because you deserve an apology. I don't think the shit we've had today and had to deal with
I think if you guys can clear it up, I think that is the way to go about it. My question is to NSW is, what is the motive of using Crazy J going forward? Do you want him on your roster? Is that why you're fighting this? Or did you just didn't give a fuck about him, you want him gone? Like, what is the actual opinion on this matter?
Our opinion on here is we have WrestleMania on Sunday night. Title match, which is booked for that. I'm not changing that match. There isn't anything I can do to change that match. There's no injury angle or anything, because it's just physically not possible with the cutscenes in 2K17.
It's true. I will agree with that because I know the game. How many people are in that match? Is it just him and the opponent, the champion, or is it?
Yeah, just two.
All right, yeah. So with that being said, if he loses, is this the end of his career from your perspective if he is leaving?
If he loses, but I'm not going to deliberately make him lose, though.
No, you don't have. We're not saying.
Yeah, you don't have to.
If he loses, are you done with him after? Even if he loses cleanly, no shenanigans, no bullshit or anything like that, are you done with him after that? Because you won't have any use for him after that feud.
Leader of one of our factions, as he knows. If that is the case, if this resolves everything, any fucking snide little comments from anybody, and if people have got to realize that we have rules and we want people to respect them, then don't watch our show.
The only reason we made them rules is because of Notorious.
Fucked us up, and we were in the middle of a big storyline with him in GWF. And we got loads of shit for that. I didn't job him out. That was Bisping. I didn't have control of Raw, if you remember.
Yeah, but can we get off this Notorious? Because he's not here to hear it, and I don't think we need to bury him on this stream.
Speaking of buried, I got the.
This is about Crazy J. You know what I mean? Like, what is next for Crazy J if he loses? That was the question.
Notorious. So. Just fun fact.
My plan going forward would be to still use Crazy J.
For what purpose, though? Like, why would you use him if he doesn't want to be there?
It's not about him being there. We understand if he doesn't want to watch the show. We want to use the character. We are about characters. I think people don't understand that. Is that we are character based. We don't care about.
So what I'm saying is, why can't you make a storyline after this match happens to change things, to change the faction that he's in, promote a new leader?
The character. We like the character.
Like, sometimes there will be swerves in storylines. Have you ever done a swerve before? You know, Like sometimes unfortunate things happen. Wrestlers get injured in real life, and then people leave the Fed.
Like the Raider. Like the Raider.
Did he tell me?
You can, and I'm telling you, NSW, I'm not trying to be mad. I'm not trying to be like get you mad, get you hot, but you can get your channel taken off by using somebody that you're not supposed to use or referencing something. There is ways. It is so easy to get reported. It's not even funny.
I've been reported before. For that. I don't approve of that, but if people do that, I have no control over that. I'm just saying.
If that is the case, then Twitch really need to have a look at themselves because
that's you. That's on you though. He doesn't want to be there, and you want to keep bringing him up on the channel. Like that's kind of messed up if you ask me. Like there are ways for you to take him off the show. I feel like, and I'm not trying to get you mad or anything like this. You just don't want to because you want to embarrass him. That's how it comes off from your from everybody's perspective, but yours.
Okay. Crazy J, you answer this question. How many times, right? People been on my show that have left that we have buried?
I don't remember. Like the only one that comes up to mind really quick is Notorious, but like I bet there's many others accounted for, but I can't remember.
Notorious was on what show?
He was on Raw, and I got the privilege to bury him as a returning Crazy J.
On GWF, who did Raw?
Bisping.
Now the question was, name a person I've buried on me personally.
Yeah, but if he doesn't want to be there, then why
buried
you
me in a... I'm kidding, no. I was gonna bring up that European match as a joke, but that's...
Lions doesn't get the understanding, and I understand what you guys do. And
you don't get what a swerve is, and you don't get what stories are. Like because somebody's not on your roster doesn't mean like you have his name forever. Like that's not how Twitch TV works, bro. Like you can bring somebody up if they're not aligned with you. They can use that as slander. They can use it as bullying, however they see fit.
You understand how it works?
I think you will understand how it works the way you're going, because for you,
let's go to the point. Like, I get
your own drum.
I get your character.
We have several people saying just let him go, and you're the only one saying no, I'm not. So
people,
obviously,
you know what it is. Do you know how many people have talked to us that we've never heard of today, saying this is a stupid rule, this is stupid rule. Why are you getting involved when it's got nothing to do with you?
Well, they're just
expressing
their feelings.
In all fairness, everyone is entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah, in all fairness.
But not when you have a go at that person, Thomas.
That's what slavery is called here in the United States. Being a slave, being forced to do something that you don't want to do.
The thing is, we're not forcing him to do anything. We are using a character that is on a video game.
On 2K18, how are you going to get his character made if he's not going to make it for you?
Bitch. It's not. It's Crazy J is not really a difficult character.
It also reports you on Deadabee for that, stealing characters. That there is a way to do that. People have been suspended.
Well, here's the thing. If you were to recreate,
taken down for using a character.
If you were to recreate a similar version during the next game, yeah, I can understand. But it's like, you know, it do something like a different name, you know. Like just think of a different name or something like that. Too. But it's like,
just being honest.
Reigns is trying to threaten with by saying he's going to get this. He knows people who can take us off. It's utter rubbish. There's no copyright law. We're not breaking any copyright law.
There is actually.
It is a character in a game.
Hey, can you go play? What was it, SmackDown Live? What's airing right now on TV on Twitch, and see if there's a copyright law or not. There is.
That is a copyright law. That is WWE's property.
Yeah, and Crazy J is Crazy J's property, which is still copyright.
It's a character in a
Crazy J is uncalled for in any community. What you're doing is holding him hostage and using his creation to do whatever you want to do with it. That's like somebody making NSW tomorrow and embarrassing you. People are going to say, is that really you?
I don't mind. You can do anything you want with me. It doesn't bother us one bit. You can make me the biggest jobber ever. It doesn't bother us. It's a video.
Well,
Like,
yeah, it
friends
comes down
don't
to
do that
personal
to
opinion. It
friends.
doesn't bother you, but not everyone would feel the same, though.
Yeah. All I'm saying,
To be honest,
Crazy J, is
Crazy
this
J,
is how
take
this is
this.
how he's treating you right
Finish.
now. You used to call a friend, right? And anybody in NSW, this is how you should judge him going forward. This guy you because he's willing to make you look bad, just to use
How-
you for
how
a
am I making
storyline
look
that doesn't
bad?
make sense that nobody wants to watch.
Crazy J.
Every ca-
Who am I making look bad here, Crazy J?
Well, I wouldn't say he's making me look bad, but it's like all I'm saying is like
Eliminate.
if in the
Without
next
your
game you
permission
want
next
if
year.
in the next game you want to make something that's very similar
Oh.
to how I am now, it you know it's like to at least show that you are not like trying to keep me like because as Crazy J, because like I said, you can have a character that looks exactly how I like now, but you know the one thing that wouldn't be too hard is like just a name change so people know like, hey, that's not Crazy J, you know. Because like I told you, I've been branding myself. Crazy J is the idea of a real famous wrestler that I wanted to be when I was 5 years old. And you know what? I didn't do real life
Friends
wrestling.
don't do this to friends, man.
This e-fetting
Just saying.
thing
What
is
if you
my
go
way
on
of
it?
doing my dream.
Listen to him.
So I brand myself a certain
Hey,
way.
the part.
He's
That's all you're
after
trying
you,
to
man.
do.
If you don't see it, everybody else does.
Okay, so if everyone else sees it, go about doing your own thing and leave us alone. That's all we ask.
Here, man. Because you don't like people's opinions about.
I don't mind people's opinions, but I
Maybe you
don't
shouldn't
want.
scream if you don't like
abuse
people's
it.
opinions. Maybe you shouldn't be in this Discord if you don't like people's opinions. What you're doing to Crazy J is wrong, and you deserve to know that. You deserve to know that because friends don't do that to friends. And yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna stand up for Crazy J because he's a friend. When I was gone for those 7 weeks, he did care for me. For you to throw that in his face,
I try to
it's not
message
a sign that
Lions
friends
on every
do.
social media, like PMs, everything.
I got all the messages. I know, for example,
You're causing trouble. You are making trouble.
the trouble. You said Crazy J is a liar today on his podcast
Yes, and I told him the reasons why.
because none of you say it is true. You said I was gone for 7 months. Crazy J said I was gone for 7 weeks. Guess who's right? Crazy J is, because Crazy J did reach out to me.
But I have no reason to reach out to you.
Well, then why are you here?
It's definitely because you were slagging us off for fuck's sake. How many more times?
Crazy J though. So you're no better. You're treating a friend like shit, and you should be called out for it.
Not at all. What you did is you made trouble.
Made trouble?
How?
You said there's many people messaging you today. Why is that?
Messaging you for? What's it got to do with you?
I don't know. You brought it up today, so now it's my business. You're talking to me. Now it's my business. And then
It's between
to
us
be
and
honest,
Crazy J.
I want.
Yeah, and you're right, Moon, about how
You can't
all
tell
these
me
other
what to
people
do.
got involved. I don't know.
That's the thing.
Even I didn't tell them to get involved. I don't even know when or how. I come back from home and I'm getting
You
PMs
fucked
from
up.
people
If I
saying,
did
"Hey,
the
I got
same
your back,
thing,
Jay,"
you would message
and all
me
that.
too.
They were sending me PMs. I got your back, blah blah blah. I didn't even know what they were talking about. I said, "Well, you got my back on what?"
You know what it is?
I didn't know. And then I
This
found
is
out.
the problem with this community.
That's what's
That
the
is-
problem. Because everybody's telling you what you're doing is wrong, and you're getting all upset about it.
Let us finish, and then I'll tell you.
Wrong with our community.
Fucking hell. Let us finish.
Because if you don't like it, just leave. Just leave this community. Anyway.
Part of your community. Get it right. Get that straight. We're not a part of your community. We
DJ.
don't want to be a part of the COH community.
Then free Crazy J and don't use them. Simple as that.
Jay,
Why do you
what
want to
the
be a part of our community?
We are not an E-Fed, we're a Sim-Fed.
Well, all right, then we're all a part of the WWE community.
You don't even know
then.
what Fed you are. Sim is when you actually play the game.
Yeah,
Problem is,
yeah.
On community, you're in the
problem is
interactive
you're a
universe
big problem
community.
with this community.
I know the community more than you do. That's embarrassing.
Don't care. You try to think you're this big man. We don't want to be a part of this community. He just said, oh, I know loads of people in this community. We don't care.
I do.
That's
You know a lot of people.
The reason. Yes, so do I.
Oh my god.
I know a lot of shit. I know.
It doesn't even matter about his age, guys. The thing is, it's like he's screwing over a friend for no reason, and he's making more enemies for being an idiot. That's the reason here.
You haven't got a clue. Listen to the way you're talking. You think we're a fucking real fucking federation putting on real matches?
Real friend. I know that. I've known that for a long time. But when you use one of my friends, when he tells you not to use them, that's when I step in.
Was that a little dig there, Lines, because you think you're so big and so good because you've got a lot of viewers?
You said it yourself. I mean, what do I have to say when you say it yourself? I mean, that's what you said. I just repeated exactly what you said.
Trying to get your little digs in all the time because you're trying to think that we don't matter, but we don't care what you think. You think that we care so much about you guys. We don't care.
If you didn't care, you wouldn't be here listening to us talk. You wouldn't want to have a conversation with me, which I'm pretty sure you've been wanting to have this conversation for a long time now.
Of course you're going to try and get involved.
Bro, people have made streams about me and I don't join. You know why? Because I don't care. That's what happens when you don't care.
We don't want the shit. We don't want to put up with shit every day.
To this podcast and showing your true colors pretty much devalued anything that you was trying to preach.
No, that's you. You're trying to do that. We're just sticking up. I'm just sticking up for my fed.
Up to bury Crazy J and to use his call without his permission. That's what you're sticking up for. Your fed has nothing to do with this conversation. I'm sure you guys are just fine. But what you're doing with Crazy J is wrong. What you're doing with Crazy J is wrong. Just let him go. Let it be over. Find somebody else in that title match. Boom.
At the end of the day, we're still not burying him. We're still not burying him. And that Lines is just opening.
You heard the words out of Crazy J. If he wants to do that, then all means. But
Lines,
what happens after?
To do with you? Nothing.
Continue to use him for no reason. What happens after?
We can use anyone we like. We can use anyone.
Anyone?
If I didn't know who Daniel Lines was and I downloaded him and I wanted to use him, I would use him.
Yeah, and I have an autograph if you want it too, but
you take it far too serious. You think this is this your job or something, Lions?
Oh my god.
Getting paid for it, but I don't consider this my job. I consider it a hobby.
So why do you feel like that this is like a job to you?
Have friends that I care for, and when they get screwed over, I'm gonna go to bat for my friends.
Again, who's getting screwed over here?
Crazy J.
Oh my god.
You don't think he's getting screwed over? Because a lot of people do, and I do believe he somewhat feels the same way.
Well, I wouldn't say I feel the same way. I understand that there's something that's to be finished to an extent, and I just find, it's reasonable afterwards. Like if I win the title,
he said he's going to continue to use you after that match.
No. Well, if I lose, then it should be reasonable that I'm gone. But like, say if I win for some reason, then
and if they still use you
I would understand if I win the title and he uses me until the day that I lose it.
After that scheduled match that you have signed on, that you're screwed over, because they're going to continue to use your creation, something that you've made, that you've promoted for, and now they're using it with no reason.
For that, I would say something about, I wouldn't go out and I wouldn't do what Notorious did and go out and make a whole big scene about it on Twitter, Your
dream is to be an FAM, right? You want to be an FAM in the future, right?
It's not a dream. It's it's a goal that I would like. I'm not really driving for, but it's something I would.
I'm telling you right now, if they're using Crazy J and they're going to be pricks about this, that's not going to get you in the FAM because
once
they don't
again,
want any...
never said we've never once said we were burying Crazy J.
And I know you're not
using him when he's never signed with your company in 2K18. That's what I'm coming off of.
With NSW.
And you're messing his career up. You're affecting him
Fuck,
right now as we speak.
Lions, he's in about 20
Mundum.
heads.
Get FAM.
Well,
I want to get an FAM
Actually,
myself.
I'm in less than 10, but okay.
See, again, he's taking shots at you, Crazy J. I don't even know why you signed off to even more matches, but okay. This is going to keep you from FAM. I'm just letting you know, Crazy J.
You were trying to stir trouble, and that's all you're trying to do.
You left our Fed, we would do it respectfully, especially if you're kind to us, and we'll let you do whatever you want. And, your character is your character, nobody else's. That's how we work. They want to put shackles on you, keep you like a slave, and devalue your name and slander you on your own podcast like this whole entire time. That's what they want to do to you, which will keep you from bigger horizons. It would keep you from FAM, because if FAM says, can you take him off of NSW, you go and ask him, he's like, no, I have your character the rest of the year. That affects you. Nobody else. It affects you. And this is why this guy is selfish, and this guy doesn't know what he's doing. He's just doing it. He's lied about you, said that you never cared for me and that you talk shit behind people's backs. I was here for that. He said that about you. If you want to, Crazy J. So that's all I'm gonna say for tonight. I am done. This dude can do whatever he pleases. But I have your back, Crazy J. Just let me know. Just let me know if anything bad happens.
Fuck off. Honestly. People are going to start turning against your Lions because the way you're bullying people. You're the one that is bullying with people here. Yes, you've got a lot of people on your side, but if the way you are talking to people, you are starting to turn people against you because you are bullying. You are bullying us.
So who's turning against Lions?
Ladies and gentlemen, he has left because he couldn't hear my side of the story.
I just asked you a question. So who's turning against Lions?
That's sorry, Thomas.
Who's turning against Lions then?
We'll start turning against him if he starts acting the bully like he is.
Well, honestly,
don't stop. Really? Thomas, you're the worst person at it. You can't even admit it's true when you know it is.
About what? About what?
You left us because you couldn't get into our Skype calls.
That's fake news.
I told things, Thomas.
Oh yeah, by Haldo. Do you believe everything Haldo says?
Wouldn't believe Haldo as far as I could throw him. Never liked Haldo. Never liked him. You know that. Carnage knows that. Everybody knows I don't like Haldo.
So come on then, who's the source that told me?
Who do the people you hang about with? Please, do you know what it is? The problem with you is, right, is you jump on anything that's going.
No, not really.
I promise you do. And you know what it is? The way you acted today by banning all of us for no reason.
Changed man.
On the subject of that, Tom, I need to stay in the PS4 chat.
No.
On PS4, Lars does.
Again, as I'm about to say, that ain't my decision.
You've shown that what you're like. You're talking about me and Crazy J. Look what you've done today.
Well, and what I did yesterday, which was stick up Crazy J.
But the thing is, you banned all of us for no reason when we haven't done anything.
Well,
and you're sure we're a year prior to anything, and I've done nothing.
Well, it's the same situation, isn't it? Same situation.
What?
Carnage, right? Back me up. Didn't we get? No, hold on. Didn't we get fired from COH for association with Haldo?
Yes.
No,
Yes, there were several. Yeah, I was there. I was the one that fired 3 of you. Yes.
Thank you.
All of you got fired.
Can I just
And shall I tell you what I did? And shall I tell you why you're not COH? Because here's what I did. The Baron story. I shut the fuck up. I kept my nose clean, and look where I am now.
That's what so did I, but apparently I was ignored, and apparently I still hung about how I wasn't true.
No. Because you coming to Mexi stream, I was there. I could probably pull up the whispers now if I wanted to. But, you know, I can't be asked. It's like, what, 20 to 2 in the morning. I can't be asked. I've got college tomorrow. You come in, talking shit about you. And then I went to you. I'll tell Tone I did. We both went in there, and then what happened? Your Skype DMs got leaked. With
Haldo?
Right. Your Skype DMs got leaked. You were exposed.
Why does
now
Thomas
you blame me?
Can I just say something? Why does Thomas think that Haldo is the worst thing in the world? For 2.5 years, him and Haldo give NSW and our stream nothing but shit.
Again, that was then.
You're coming across as this big man who thinks, oh, because I finally woke up and saw what Haldo was doing. But now you're trying to say that he's the worst thing. But you and him were like fucking holding each other's hand.
I know they were like the best of friends at one point. And Baron can tell you this too, or whatever you know him as. I told him then that he needed to dump Haldo, and he didn't listen. And neither did anybody else when I told them they needed to dump him. I told him, I told Carnage, I told Lewis Marshall, I told everyone I could possibly tell that they needed to dump him, and none of them wanted to listen to me.
Just a bit of background information for you if you haven't spoken to Lewis. Me, Lewis, and Carnage have now dumped Haldo in the dirt. The only person that is still with him is Kian.
You know why Lewis
shows
dumped
something,
him?
Doesn't it?
You know why Lewis dumped him, Thomas? Because he got a girlfriend.
Fair play to the kid.
That's why Lewis got rid of him, because he realized.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of weird stuff with Haldo, because I don't know if you're still live streaming or anything, but
watch what you say. Yes. Watch what you say.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll hold off on what I was gonna say later because I want to say that.
Because
there's a lot of weird stuff, so I'm gonna hold off on that.
Just
great song.
There's a lot of people who love to just stir trouble, and there's like a few people in this conversation who actually can have a proper conversation. Just come
Depends how I'm feeling, really.
There's just a few people who just try and make trouble. Look at your chat at the minute, by the way, Crazy J. There's a lot of people who will try and make drama and try and make shit. I'm proven, of course, if you look at the chat.
I see that, you know, there's things going on, but, you know, that's their own will to, you know, say what they're saying. I'm not advocating for it, I'm not approving it, but, like, you know, I'm not going to just go on a whole timeout or ban spree on everybody, you know. But I do see what you're saying, though.
If someone, and fair play, if someone is having a go at you, you would expect people to defend them. But if people defend us, they're bad people.
And I do see what you're saying there, because, you know, just then that comes into the play if, you know, there's always the two sides, so it's like, and everyone starts pulling the, hey, you know, you're either with us or against us card, and like you say, you know, you just say, you know, people that were even involved, if they're defending you,
I'm not even gonna lie.
For it.
I'm not even gonna lie. You can call me a hypocrite for what I'm about to say, but the fact is that is the worst thing about this community, is that you're either with us or against us.
The thing is, I was going to say something, but before Lions decided to be trying to think he's a big man and wouldn't, because he can't listen to criticism. Was the problem with this community is it is split in so many directions. Why do you think FEM is so successful?
Because I don't think they tie themselves with anyone else other than like mentioned Valor.
I didn't even hear what happened. What?
I think the reason why because like they just isolate themselves, so therefore they don't get like blowback drama from other places.
Exactly, and there's no, in my eyes, everyone's entitled to their opinion and everything, but when you try and tackle one of the biggest shows on 2K and one of the biggest shows on like WWE, 2K, whatever game it is, I really think it's a stupid idea. So
the thing with me is, if you're saying about me, Thomas, about what I did, and if you don't know the backstory. I did it, and I did it because I was extremely bored. And at the end, I went, "Look, guys, you do what you like. You love what your shows are. Obviously, a lot of people like their shows, and I can't disagree with that. So you must be doing something right." And I even said to Carnage, I said, "Look, I only did it for a laugh." Everyone was like, "Oh, fair play. That's it. Done. Over and done with. Nothing else since." But the problem is, CWA and COH have got this huge problem with us that they have to keep sending us tweets all the time to have a go with.
I think
all we're doing.
You could say, but how many tweets I send you today? Exactly none. Right?
You were liking the ones.
I was there.
About
yeah.
us.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Did I send you any?
Are you stupid? You just said.
Did I send you any, though?
The question. You said, how many did they send?
No. The question I said to you was, how many did I send to you today?
How many did they send?
And that's their choice.
The way you reacted, you blocked us. You could have asked us to leave. But you blocked us.
If you want to send a tweet, there's 140 characters. If you want to put 140 characters about me...
Talk like TA, love you.
Can anyone tell us what he is talking about?
People expressing their opinions.
I think what he's trying to say is, did he personally send you any tweets today? And from what I understand... From what I understand, he didn't send you any tweets, but he liked the tweets about the situation.
What I'm saying is, COH and CWA got involved in something that completely didn't have anything to do with them. They stuck
I think the problem. I think the CWA thing came up when you had named the stream CWA Born to Run or whatever it was, and that's when CWA got involved. Lions is Crazy J's friend. That's why Lions got involved. But this is at this point, it's more so an issue between you and CWA than it is you and anybody else. Because
they started this morning.
I just wish people who would never ever seen us do what we do, even talk to us, they've got to send that fucking message that says, "Oh, what you're doing is wrong. Oh, you're shit. Sure. Okay, we have a shit show. So what? But we enjoy it."
Then they called us out to join Discord and never give us the link.
They're all big men because they can talk about how big they are and what they can do. But then when we ask them to come on Discord and have a chat, they don't want to know because they're all keyboard warriors.
I mean, some stepped up to the plate. I mean, look at this. I mean, yeah, sure, Danny Harris hasn't said anything, but you know, he's chilling. Tone came. I didn't expect Tone to come on here. Hell, I almost fucking pissed myself when I saw you and Lions in the same thing talking. I'm like, this is a day I never thought would happen. But,
you know what it is? I will say this now, right? That guy, Tone, I have total respect for that guy because he knows how to have a conversation. Lions, I have no respect for whatsoever.
It's with me and Lions. That's been the way. That's how that. As long as I've known him, that's how he's been. So I can understand. Like I told everybody else who comes in and deals with him, I can understand where you would have the issue with the way he is, but he is a good guy. I 100% believe that he is a good guy. I can understand you and him probably never get along. I can understand that.
Haven't got a problem with COH. He thinks we have a problem with COH. We don't. Yes, we may have the odd joke or two, but God, who doesn't have a joke? Do you know what I mean? We're not there to be fucking pulling in millions of viewers. We're there to have a laugh. We put effort in to do our videos, and that's all we do. For God's sake, the most we've said is hiss hiss. It's aimed at Stewie in Mexicana, and that's it.
And then like the weird thing with Stewie is, from what I know with Stewie, you all were super close with him at some point. At some point you all were super close with him, and then stuff happened that caused him to leave. And then, from what I understood, he was called a reject at some point because he left.
Well,
Stewie left because of Haldo. He said to us it was because of Haldo. He didn't give us a reason. He just left and he went to COH. Obviously, we're going to get a little bit mad because he was super tight with us, and he was always in our chat. Now,
Mexicana was too.
Always in our stream every day. He used to come in the Sky Store all the time.
Said Haldo was in your stream every day?
Well, no, Haldo, my God, don't even get me started with that.
Now, I think that's one thing we can all agree on. Haldo being legitimately the worst person on the internet. Can we agree with that? I think we can all come to a conclusion.
Agree.
I said
what he was saying to him wasn't how.
Sorry, can I just say something? Who's this guy in the chat who's just trying to cause trouble? Paul Heyman guy person.
Oh, it's the Lord and Savior Andy Harris.
Anthony Harris, Lord and Savior.
He sends to us though, but who is he?
He's he's a known con in the community.
Tom Monster, I think.
He's shown to be, again, talking about how bad this community is. One, how is this community ever going to be a community if that's the way people go on?
And I will call. We're all.
Now, I will say this though: the thing that it has created is that, like, as you see the community, being angry and all that stuff, is when there is a united cause against one person, they will at that one time they will unite. Now, the problem we've had with Haldo is that other feds won't see what us NSW and COH have seen with him, so they'll hire him, and we will tell them, hey, he's the worst, and they won't listen.
Guys did hire him back, but you didn't know.
Yeah, no, people hid him from us, and that's cool. I have a personal shit list in my brain of people, certain people. But I can guess three. Well, no, see, look, between my problem with all of that was more so the fact that you all knew and didn't care to tell us, or didn't want to tell us because you still wanted to be friends with him.
Well, here was the thing, Tony. I told you the truth. That I'm just putting that out there.
I just say though, you've got people like this Heyman guy saying, I just don't like you. Who are you? We don't even know who you are. Stuff like that, when we're trying to give an argument across, but yet you've got people just literally just trying to stir the pot all the time.
True.
Oh, it's Tom Fell. I haven't seen you in ages. Hi.
How you doing?
Great.
Hey, everybody.
I think this issue just needs to come down to you and Crazy J having a personal one-on-one conversation, not with a lot of people in it. And then I think that there needs to be a one-on-one, like I said, one-on-one conversation between, oh my God, Tom, mute your microphone.
I was not me.
Damn it.
I was not me. I'm sorry.
Yes, it's you. Okay.
I just say, by the way, sounds like Joe Disney. Can I just say that?
Just say that.
Fucking does. I don't know who Joe Disney is. Okay. But I would say it needs to come down to a personal conversation with Crazy J and you, Mundo, about what the plans are with him. Because I believe if he loses at WrestleMania, I believe that he feels he should be gone after that.
Why?
Now,
why does he need
to win WrestleMania?
No, I meant not win. I meant like if he loses.
The thing is, there's a lot of people getting involved, which it doesn't involve them. And you are right. This is between us, or I'll say NSW should be me, then I should say sorry, not anyone else. And Crazy J, not the fucking 20 people that have sent us messages all day telling us how fucking shit what AFED is when they've never seen us, and trying to just really just give us shit to make us look bad when they haven't got a clue what is going on. With a lot of, yes, we did. Yes, I was a bit of an idiot tonight when I did the whole CWA thing, but because we've had the shit to put up with all day, and mind this, honestly, I don't want to get involved in anyone else's EFED. I don't care. Anyone who knows me will know I don't go into any other EFED. I don't watch any other EFED because I just don't want anything trouble to start. I just want everyone to just get on with what they're doing.
Tom.
Yeah, I think that's wait, is Tone from CWA?
I am from CWA, COH, WSCW, Honor Wrestling. There's a lot of things. I'm very protective of where my character goes and what he does with the
so I understand. I think that's an issue with this community. I feel like people. I understand that, you know, it's your character, you made him, and obviously, you know, you want what's best for him or whatever. But like at the end of the day, it's just a core. It's a character you made on a video game, and you know, if you joined a company, if you know an EFED, if you joined a group of people, that's where I see it. It's not really a company; it's just a group of people who are making, you know, videos or whatever. If you join that, then obviously, you know, that you're now built into their storyline. It's not as easy just to like kick them out or, you know, form a whole storyline to get rid of them. It's just a lot easier to keep them in and use them. I don't see why people seem to be getting so triggered at it on Twitter and stuff, which we saw today.
But here's the thing, Tom, as Tone said earlier, before you came in, you give something for this community to unite on. They do it. That is the problem.
Yeah, I totally get that. But at the end of the day,
because you and Haldo give all a chance to unite because of what you did.
Exactly, and do I do it now?
You've just proven it again tonight.
Now, I understand what you're saying with that, and like I understand, you know, he's built into what you all do. 100% understand
These
that.
things have calmed down.
And we've dealt with it before in COH as well. When we have somebody built into something and they fuck up, we get rid of them.
It's
weird. It's weird with us. We had a guy. I'm not going to say any names because I'm not at the point of leisure in doing so. But we had a guy who was world champion, and he fucked up bad, so we got rid of him.
The difference.
Did it leave us a little blind, a tiny bit messed up? Sure, but we had a Booker meeting that night and solved it.
Yeah, I get.
Let me just say something very quickly. Let me say something very quickly. Season 3, I think. Haldo was ECW champion. He won it at WrestleMania, and Thomas Starr beat him at NXT the night before. Copy WWE, and that's what I like to do. I don't care what anyone says. Haldo still came to us and started going, I lost to Tom. But I said, yeah, but you won at WrestleMania. Right, okay. He kept going on and on. So what we did is we pretended to do a house show. We gave Stewie the belt and we told Haldo that was it. where you're coming from, but the thing is, I like Crazy J's character. I would never bury a character just because I have a problem with someone. If we write them off, we write them off because we don't like the character. Yeah. And we've done that in season 3 where we used to blow them up and get them ran over.
Like I had a heart attack.
Shout out to the Raider.
It's because we didn't like the character. I like Crazy J as a character. I think the group he's in is brilliant. That is why they've been booked strong all season. That they've been tag champs for most of season 5.
Yeah, and I think that basically as well. Wait, are we still even here? Yeah, we are. Oh, he left. That guy left. The tone guy. Anyway, yeah.
I mean, you had me got over Josh Hopkins, so yeah. I was sold.
Okay, so in regards to Josh Hopkins, back on when Devline was a thing, like I didn't really care who I had to win that match. I just wanted to do it because it's fun. It's EFED. Like I like creating a story, and I think that's the difference between our show and maybe the other shows. I'm not saying that you guys don't create storylines, because you do, but our shows are a lot more in depth. We have a lot more background to the whole story. Like our feuds can go on for like a whole year in NSW. Like I remember, the Darkness, Danny Sig to Brock Lesnar.
I mean, I'm not even gonna.
Exactly, they can go on for a long time, and it's not when we have somebody who's at the top of a roster or something. If they fuck off, if they leave, then it's very, very hard to regain stability for
like I did end of season 3.
I mean, it's not easy if you leave at the.
Thomas, you won at Takeover on end of season 3,
and then I left
because you bitched and bitched.
At the end of the day, Thomas, you got to realize. I think this is an issue that a lot of the people who do go into these so-called EFES, these universes. I don't think people realize that at the end of the day, you're going into their company. You're not going in there to be some godsend who's going to be booked to win every single match because you did good in a different company or whatever. You're there just to your character's there. That's the way I see it. And I don't think I think the other people see it as like this is like an actual thing. Like I think that's the issue. People take it too seriously,
exactly,
and they don't understand that at the end of the day, it's a game. When you go into an EFED, you're not going to be booked to like win every match.
I mean, if you look in the chat now, the Discord one, that's Star Now. I'm now the Rage Pro champ.
Okay,
so,
I don't.
Yeah.
This is.
Thomas, that's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about is people taking it too far.
Yeah, and I've dealt with people because obviously
a lot of people in this community think they're their character. A lot of people actually think that that's who they are in real life.
I mean, on our side of the bargain, when Jed will back me up on this. As soon as you get into that promo land, that's what you do. You channel your character.
I get it. I get that. That's absolutely amazing. I love it when people get into their character. Like I really do. Like I used to, back in the day when I first saw NSW. Like I thought it was so cool how I could make somebody and put them in, and I would make like little promos and stuff. But I still remembered that at the end of the day, it's only a character. I have no real control over that person. It's up to Mundo what happens, and I was fine with that. I was just happy that I was in this company, which was part of this pretty big thing back in the day. And I feel like people, like Mundo said, people think that they're their character, and then they get triggered when maybe they lose a match because maybe they were really good in a different company, and then they come to NSW and they lose a match, and they're like, hang on a minute, why? And this is the issue that we have with Josh Hopkins. He was getting so triggered. After you beat him.
Can I just chime in there?
In the whole thing, we told you once. I'm just fair.
Would you say, Mando?
Go on.
It seems to be like. Sorry, Thomas. It seems to be that a lot of, and I'm sorry for going back to Notorious, but a lot of people blame me for what happened with Notorious when it wasn't. Notorious left, and Bisping seemed right to job him out the Crazy J. Yeah. Anything to do with me?
Right.
Again, like,
I'm not even gonna lie.
This isn't real thing though. Like, nothing that happens in these e-feds affects you in real life. So if you lose in a video game on a video, I mean, to be honest, it's entertainment. That's literally all it is. It's just like WWE. People don't actually get killed in WWE.
Yeah.
It's purely entertainment. If you lose, you lose. If you win, you win.
I mean, as you were going on about how long rivalry can last, is Sam still in there? Left. No, he's still in there. Sam, how long did our TAW rivalry go on? 6 months? About that? About that? Would you say 6 months? Probably somewhere around there. Somewhere around 6. We were able to maintain that, and obviously when somebody leaves, so say if Sam would have left on me, I mean, you and then I would have turned around to Sam and then said, oh, by the way, I'm keeping your core for the fact of this. It doesn't really look right from our point of view.
Why isn't that right? You've already got why doesn't, that's what we're not understanding. That is what I think is fundamentally wrong with the eFed community currently, is because people don't seem to understand. I don't know, people just think that they have complete control of their character. I get that you make it, I get that it's your character. However, when you put them in a company, you know, that's the own company's universe in a sense. That's why we have things called universe.
You don't have booking control.
That's, yeah, exactly. It's like, I don't know, you can't just like pull yourself out. If you're so to say signed in with a contract, you can't just pull yourself out without repercussions.
Well, I think it's for the fact that you know, people, they portray themselves as such, and some of them do as a hobby. And for me, like, and obviously Danny Six will pull the card like, oh, you are just taking this way too seriously. I take it seriously when I have to, but the thing is, you know, when it comes up to me, this is basically based off of a dream. It's not real life, but this is my way, my chance of doing it. And now and I think of it as, you know, if you have full control of putting yourself into something, you should have full control of putting yourself out of something.
So answer this question then. If you were putting yourself into it, why are you in like 9 e-feds?
That is, again, that is something that you
I've got to back Mundo up on that one. How the fuck do you balance 9 e-feds?
Like the differences between, I think Mundo would be okay if he pulled.
I'm sorry, let me just the thing I understand is, I can't remember who was saying this before, but many e-feds and have the same character, and you're saying, "Oh, I'm so I so want to look after my image and stuff of this," but every one of them e-feds is not going to book you the same way.
I don't. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, I
know that, but it's like, you know, when it comes up to the amount of it sounds a lot, but to be honest, you know, it's not. It's you watch it once a week, and if some overlap each other, you know, that's. Some are on YouTube. You just watch it later. You know, if they're on Twitch, you just multi-Twitch it.
Okay, so
you know, you just watch it once a week. You promo about it if you have to once a week, and that's it. It's really you know.
What could possibly, like, I don't. So what happens if, you know, they book you in a way which you don't like and you leave? Would you then expect them to just completely get rid of your core, even though they've built up like this character for you because they've put him in a storyline or whatever? Do you just expect them to get rid of him?
I think from talking like from an owner sort of, I think me and Jaden could both agree, and you guys probably as well. As soon as somebody kicks off, so say, sorry,
die.
So say if JH was back in TAW, never,
not again.
God, oh God!
It's an example.
Right? You're saying that.
As soon,
you know, you're many time.
No, because I've said now that ain't happening anymore. Right now, back to what I was saying. If JH was back in TAW and he starts kicking off, and then he gets himself fired. I mean, really, are you really gonna keep his core so people can go, that's the guy that got himself fired? That's the guy that got himself fired, and that's Tom, all you hear.
Or I should, you know, without the confusion, I'll just say, you know, there's Tom and there's Star. But Tom, you know, when you were saying earlier about the booking, and yes, like if I went to a place that had no knowledge of me at all, because there's a lot of these things, a lot of these companies that a lot of people are in, you know, like for example, Thomas Starr, Joey Gallagher, there are a lot of the big, you know, companies, and some of these big companies are owned by the people that are also all around the place. But if I were to go to a place that like had no knowledge of me and they weren't booking me a certain way, I wouldn't like leave about it. I would have a personal discussion about it and not bitch about
you're already
it.
talking like your character though. That's the thing. Like just the way you said that, the way you worded it, I'm generally worried as to how you think about this.
No,
like,
I'm not speaking.
It seems like you're always in your character. I know you're not.
I know.
But it seems that way.
I'm
like,
just saying, if someone
like,
had no knowledge of Crazy J as, you know, the character or at all, and you know there was problems, I would personally talk to them.
So okay, so what you're saying is what you're saying is, because of what you've done in other companies, you expect them to book you a certain way. Is that what you're like? You're expecting them to book you.
What I was gonna say is like the companies that I've been in, and like I already said, how a lot of these companies are linked because of all, you know, the people that are in this community that are friends. You know, they're all over the place and they have their own thing. Wait, hold on.
NSW isn't linked to.
I mean, I could go to my chat right now and I could count 5 members.
Hold on, sir. And I was gonna say, these big companies, I'm not expecting for me to go in and me be booked in a special way, but it's like, at least in that case, I'm going into places that people already have this knowledge of me. Like, I don't have to build up as something. I don't have to set an image. Well, I'm walking in with an image that's already built. See, in NSW's case, you were my very first place. Like, OLW wasn't even a thing yet.
Same.
You guys inspired OLW, but my point is, you were my very first thing. So my image, my everything was built with you guys, and I carried that out to other people, and I kept building it and upgrading it on my own, on personal experiences and all.
Here's a question, okay? You're going about wanting to get into FEM. If you went to FEM,
well, I don't really express it, but if it's mentioned, I will say something about it.
Because you tell me if you're wrong. You said if you got into FEM, you'd retire.
If I got in and did well, I would retire afterwards.
Did you not say last night, if I got into FEM, then I would retire?
If I got in and did well, and afterwards, after FEM, I would.
Quick side note, everybody, do tune in to the 525 podcast. Tom, don't ask. It's too hard.
I mean, I'm not even going to lie, I don't sim, but obviously if I got offered a place in FAM, then I'd damn well take it.
And here's the thing, like, forever a movement. It's like the WWE of the COD community.
I've never fucking heard.
Well,
as people treat it that way.
Can I tell you why it's the WWE of the community? Because the rest of us are like indie promotions who just want to fucking beat each other up.
Oh, it's these guys. Oh, okay.
Nobody. And again, back to what Tone said. You give this community something to unite on. They do it.
They don't do it in the right way. They do it in a spiteful way, and which we have seen today. That
I generally think, like, I love the EVE. I love Cause. I love it. I completely love it. But I generally think that the community for it is toxic. And I know it's a terrible thing to hear.
Well,
I think it is. It genuinely is. Like, these last few days have shown me that it has been.
Honestly, I kind of agree / disagree. Because there's people...
Defense? Just
exactly.
Thomas,
because here's the thing.
That's the thing with you, Thomas, is you do sit on the fence. You don't want to upset anyone. Well, okay, you did it with us for a few years, but let's forget about that. What you did today is you alienated us because you seen what everyone else was doing. So what you did is you decided to jump on that and kick all of us out for no reason.
Me, I was with the NTW whole year. What am I?
And that's what I'm saying. You just kick people out for no reason whatsoever, because you said, oh, because you got kicked out by CUH because of association. Does that have to be the same thing everywhere?
With that brought up, I know I did a similar thing, and I think it was just because of the heat of the moment, and I feel bad about that because it was just such a rash thing. Like I said, it was the heat of the moment. Everyone does things that they regret. Like most of the time, people regret things that they do at the heat of the moment. When I said, "Oh, you guys were all released," it's because it just happened. All that. Now, like to be honest, I told John Crow, because I had to like do rebooking and stuff when all this happened. I can just easily tell him, hey, things were settled, you know, talk like grown-ups, and you know everything's gonna go back to plan. And I said, I will tell you, I will apologize. What I'm sorry.
Mundo said,
it was immature.
As Mundo said, which I agree with, is the fact. Go on.
When you really didn't ask me. You didn't ask to put Mundo in your Fed. You just put him in.
Fair play.
And I said, I don't care. I don't mind. I said, do whatever you want with him.
I think that's the mindset that people should have. Like, at the end of the day, you don't have any rights to your core. It's literally.
I said to you.
But hold on, though.
Guys, let us finish.
Oh, go on.
I said to Crazy J, do whatever you want. Make him wacky as you want. Do whatever you want to him. It's up to you. I don't mind what you do. Just do it. And that's the thing is, you didn't ask me if I wanted to be in your Fed, but I didn't have a problem with it. That's the thing I don't understand.
And you know, like, there are other bad people with that type of mindset, and you know, I agree on that. But like, how I portrayed you, I portrayed you as this image that you already built yourself, because I didn't think it would have been respectful.
But you didn't have to. Like,
I know, but
this
like,
is what Mundo's
I thought it would have been
like,
disrespectful to Mundo, even though he probably wouldn't care, to portray him in my thing as something so different instead of building him as the image that he worked for. You know.
I don't have an image.
Wait, Thomas, what were you gonna say?
When we're on about. Oh, wait, hold on.
Down for this.
You better carry on. I'll come back.
But what I'm saying is, Crazy J has done completely the opposite of what we've done, and you didn't see me kicking up a fuss about it. You didn't see me running to Lions or running to everybody saying, "Oh my God, have you seen what this guy's done?"
Well, I didn't run.
All I did was just said, "Do what you want, do whatever you want. It doesn't bother us," because at the end of the day, eFed is completely different to what we do in ours.
I know, but when you said that I ran to I didn't run to anybody about this. I really did. Yeah, it just happened. Other people noticed it. They saw it, and they expressed their own opinion. I didn't tell anyone to throw their 2 cents in.
How could you say that people noticed it? How could people notice that Skype chat? And so someone has had to have said something to someone. Because Lions said himself, people have been coming to him all day about this. Why would people go to him?
I don't know. I don't know, and I don't tell anyone to go around and do all this stuff that they're not.
That thing, when he said that, I am really worried about this community if that is the problem. I think that's got nothing to do with him at all, and people are running to him, making shit up, saying stuff. When really it has nothing to do with any.
I think the main thing is that people don't understand how. What we do, Mundo. I know it seems very similar, but what we do is very different to what like CWA is and etc. I know it's like very similar, but the way we do our shows, the way we book stuff, and the way there are some predetermined stuff when we do cutscenes or whatever, is very, very different to how the other shows. I think that's where a lot of the confusion comes from when people don't understand that we can't just get rid of stuff.
We went round in circles tonight, and it's just not getting us anywhere. Everybody's painting us in a bad picture because of something that's ridiculous. Getting painted as this. It's like as Lions even said, we're like we're making Crazy J a slave.
I don't know why he said that, but
that's what he said.
I will admit that's a bit too harsh, but you know.
The thing is though, like once again, I think people may have different views with this, but fundamentally, like I said, you made a core. It's out there. You uploaded it to the fucking whatever it is, the community creations, and you literally there's nothing at all that says that somebody can't download you and use you as you wish. That is literally, it's okay to do. That's fine. You can do that. So I don't know why people always get so triggered and surprised when people say no, we're not going to release your core. We're gonna use it. Like, fair enough. If you go on good terms and you ask like, oh, hey, could you maybe just get rid of my core over the next week or whatever, or the couple of weeks. I'm fairly certain Mundo would have been okay with that. But it's the fact when you just, and this is what Carnage did, when you come all guns blazing and you just like, oh no, fuck you, I'm leaving, you know, get rid of my core, you're not allowed to use my core, stuff like that. That's when it becomes a bit of an issue, and that's when you'll see Mundo will be like, no, because of the way you act. If you just, you know, kindly ask, hey, can you, you know, remove my core because I don't really want to be part of this anymore.
Well,
I'm sure Mundo would be more than fine to get rid of it.
When I said I left because all these public tweets about the jabs and the jokes and the No Way Jade and stuff, I said it.
We didn't start that till afterwards, and you know the thing is, you get so uptight about No Way Jaden, right? When it was the biggest thing on GWF on Raw, it was the most over thing. You talk about your image. It was the biggest thing that got you over.
It was. To everyone.
I don't see how it was. It just lost. It lost and lost and lost. I only got in a title match because of Dancing Feet winning a match.
How do you think it works? How do you think wrestling works?
I don't know too much, but I know the basics.
Wrestling is about getting over.
I get, but you guys thought I was over. But like to me, I thought I was the laughing stock. I just thought
Jaden.
You was laughing.
All of you.
But you look at Baron. Just look at Baron, and then go back to what you just said.
Well, yeah, I get with you, Baron, but it's like
exactly.
You know, it's just even when you were gone from when you weren't associated yourself with COH, you know, even I don't know if Lance was still doing some of Baron. I have no knowledge of. But,
no, I know full well. I know full well he wasn't.
Oh. But I'm just saying, like, for me, I just felt like I was being a laughing stock and all that because all these past things. And yes, I know they're just like jokes now, you know, like me punching the bed and all that because I overreact to my shit. I don't know why. But like when it came up to this, and I just kept losing and losing, and all these jokes and stuff. I know it's just for the laughs, but it's just I thought I was more of a laughing stock than I ever have been of what I've done in the past. And I didn't see myself as over at all, and that's why I complained. I said I don't want to be portrayed as this.
This is the sorry to interrupt, but like for example.
Sorry, I'm sorry for interrupting. Jay, Chris J, you take this far too serious. Absolutely, and there's no doubt about it. You take this far too serious.
I only take it serious when I have to. I'm just not, you know, 200% serious all the time because, like you said, there's no reason to be.
You know what it is, Chris J? I think I've seen a lot of people. You take this far too serious. The worst thing is, how does this reflect in like personal life?
It does.
How's your do you tell your girlfriend about this and stuff like that?
I don't have one. But when I did have one, she knew of, but I didn't brag like, oh, I've done this and that. I just told her, hey, you know, this is a thing that you know, I do, and she would sometimes watch the shows I was on if she was over and I was watching it, and that was it. You know. But like this doesn't do anything in my personal life. You know, I'm completely different when it.
The thing of this is is that I think we made a mistake today, and that is we answered back to people. If we just blocked them and just left it, it would have died down. Because we bit back, and that's what's caused us to have this problem.
Yeah.
And to be honest, going forward is not being a bit, and this is me being really, after seeing the community tonight and over the last is I couldn't be chewed with the drama that is in this community. And to be honest, your show, we're fine. I'm fine with that. I don't mind if we have 4 viewers in every show. If we get 4 loyal viewers, that's 4 loyal viewers for us. The thing is, I know Carnage loves his character and Carnage wants to be in every Fed. That's fine. I know Tom doesn't watch our shows as often as he used to. I know Danny's trying to build Danny 6 up. I know Bisping's not here. But the thing is, I don't want to be a community of what I've seen tonight. I am happy for people to, but I don't want to know it. We'll continue on as the way we've always continued on. We will use characters who are on community creations. If you don't want us to use your character, don't put him up on community creations. problem is I am now done with all of this. If people have a problem with us, that's fine. They have a problem with us, but if they can't get on with their own thing, that's their problem. It's not ours. If they have a problem with us, then we don't care. If we have to be in our own little bubble, we'll be in our own little bubble. W community, and we'll just be hated anyway. We're hated anyway, so what's the point? If you all want to be fucking, if you don't want to be a part of us, fine. If you do want to be a part of us, we welcome you with open arms. Hate us, leave us alone.
I mean, that's why I went out on the terms that I did. I don't know if that was good, bad, or in the middle.
If I didn't want to be in, like, as of now, because everything that's happened, it's not because I have anything against you. It's just, you know, I would take time for everything to, you know, clear and settle and all that. And if I were to come back, Mundo, you would be the first person I message, because, you know, I've known you for about 2 years, and you know that if I felt a certain way, I'll tell you straight up. And it's just, you know, right now, it's like, I don't know. It's just right now everything's happened, and
this is Jake.
You know, taking a break, I should say.
Jake, I'll tell you honest. I've always been honest in front of everyone, right? I'll tell people who to their face.
Yeah.
And this is how I say it: is I don't trust you. Don't trust you, and this is made my mind up completely of what's happened today. I'm going to do an exception, and I'm going to take it off WrestleMania. That's it. We're done. I'm done.
Well, I'm not saying you have to change everything that you already have planned. Like,
what I'm saying is, this is what I'm doing off my back, and that is, community's done. And what happens when you do that is, if people come in, well, I'm not going to accept new people cause unless I know they're good people.
And that's completely understandable.
I don't feel a part of the WWE community. I don't want to be a part of it because people have shown how bad it is. I want to know anything more about CWA, COH, TAW, anything. Come on to our Twitter and say you do this wrong, you do this wrong, because they'll get blocked. Yeah, that's it, done. We'll block people and we will say we don't care. We're not a part of the WWE community.
Yeah. But,
we don't care. We are doing our own thing, and that's it.
I know you don't, and you do your own thing. Like, you've expressed that so long for about the 2 years. I completely understand, but it's like, you know, when Lions and Tona, those other guys were saying, you know, just drop them like this second. You know, I see where they're coming from, but, you know, I'm not gonna be like that. You know, you take pride in all the work in the storylines that you build up for, and, you know, and I'm completely okay when it comes up to finishing this. You know, there's no reason to take me off. Just go all the way to, you know, WrestleMania, which is, you know, basically less than 7 days.
I'm not having this shit. Lions thinks he's the big man, thinks he's the top dog in this community. Good, because you know why? I'm not a part of that community, so I don't care. If people want to think that, good luck to him. I hope he gets on. I hope he goes to all the WWE events. I hope he gets to see all the games early. Good for him. At the end of the day, we had the same with the NHL community. We're outsiders.
God, I remember when that kicked off. Oh my!
We always looked at the outsiders. Outsiders, but we're different.
Oh God!
This is how it's gonna end. We want nothing to do with anybody in this community. If any of my guys who are in the show want anything to do with them, fair enough. I'm not going to stop them because it's not my thing to stop them.
As long as they don't bring the shit like to us.
Nobody and anybody brings shit.
That was the problem we have with JH.
People need to understand that in NSW, I mean, it's pretty made early. It's made very clear early on when you join NSW, you don't really get to decide what your core does. You know, you make a core. You know, he has a certain look to him, and you can give Mundo a basis to go off of. That's what I did with all of my cores. And then you
That's what I did with
them flourish. And I've
enjoy the ride.
Exactly. That's what I think people need to realize with NSW. It's very different. Like it's a show. You watch it. Your core's in it, and you watch it. And I love that. I love that. That's why I can't watch any other like EFED or anything, because I don't find it. I find it boring how it's just show after show. There's not an easy storyline to follow. But with NSW, again, that's just my personal preference. But in NSW, like, you just sit back and you watch while your core like becomes this, great thing, or it becomes something that, it's funny. I had the fucking Roman general, for Christ's sake.
Oh God,
it was great. I loved it, and I didn't like it at first. You can ask Mundo. I mean, I didn't
I was fucking, but
Exactly. But if you actually embrace it and you actually go along with it, who knows what happens? Like, Pretty Boy Tom Fell went from fucking pulling along PT to winning the Cruiserweight Championship. I mean, it's pretty funny, and I think entertaining to watch it like that. Pretty Boy Tom Fell was great.
This is what I'm going to leave with, right? And I don't care. I hope people are listening to this.
Okay.
NSW doesn't count themselves as in the WWE community alone. If we make a bad decision, we live with it. People are upset with Crazy J. Crazy J will be removed from WrestleMania. Just want to be left alone. If you want to watch our shows, you are more than welcome. Shows, that's fair enough. It's done. All I'm saying is, you send any kind of message to NSW that has got anything to have a go at us, you will be blocked immediately. I am leaving on that. I am done. I've missed most of SmackDown, and I will. Well.
I love you.
Weird.
I was gonna tell
Tom,
him.
how long you been back there?
I'm been a pretty busy guy lately, but I drop in from time to time. I've been coming back.
YouTube. Makes his YouTube videos.
Well, fucking, yeah, no, I don't know.
Pierre the God.
I've realized
I'm
how.
not being a fan, but I will say I enjoy his content, and
Yeah.
it inspires me to make my own Gmod videos, and I'm really trying to do that.
Tom, do we still get the DDoS threats?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Alright, I'm gonna mute the thing. I want to say, looks like this has been resolved, I guess, somewhat. I was gonna tell him that if he wanted to do No Way Jaden, it could have been, if you're gonna do No Way Jaden, at least, you don't even have to do a big change. Like, if you're gonna go into 2K18 as doing No Way Jaden, then, you just if you want to keep the name Jaden, just do some different letter. Hell, it could be one letter difference. And yeah, I know, people wouldn't give a shit, but it's like, you can just do Jaden. And the most common way of spelling Jaden is that way. My way is the least common way, but I'm saying, like, if you want to do No Way Jaden, if you want to do a different name, go ahead. If you want to keep Jaden, but if you want to spell it a complete different way, then that's alright. But, and I know it's gonna, people are gonna go, then why does it matter when I say this? But, I just feel like if you want to do No Way Jaden, because I know in 2K18 Crazy J is not gonna be there, but you want to do No Way Jaden because you guys had things planned for you. You guys had your own personal opinion and feeling about him, and I didn't. Then just do a small name change, not small name, like a lettering change of the name. You can just do Jaden or Jadan or something like that, or Jayden. That's the most common way of doing it, Jayden. But I'm just saying, for me, I at least I will know that I'm not being portrayed as that if the name is exactly how I would be. And yes, I know, like I said, it sounds weird. And it sounds like something that shouldn't really matter, but that's how I feel. So this was a very long thing. At 6 p.m. it's 9:32. At 6 p.m. I did not think it was gonna turn out the way it did, But I feel like there was a big progress that was made in resolving a lot of this. It may have caused some things and more tensions built between certain people, maybe like Lions and all that, but and some other people in the community. But at least I know personally, I feel like some things have died down and has been resolved, and I'm glad that this has happened. Regardless of things how was said and how it was said. But I want to say thank you for everyone that came out to this. This is the most viewed Crazy Talk I've ever had. I don't know if I should even bother putting this on YouTube because I put all my things on YouTube, but I feel like if I do, I can use it as a reference on looking back on I can use as an example for going such as if there's beef in the community, it can just be one simple Discord chat. It doesn't even have to be broadcasted live as a podcast, but all it takes is for people in the community to come together, regardless if some people leave on a bad note or not. It just shows at the end of the day things can get resolved between people in the community, and I feel like that's a good thing. So I want to thank you for everyone that came out to see this. I want to say thank you to everyone that came in and said something, because they really did contribute into something. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.